self-realization is not at the end of some process. No two paths are the same. Self-realization is not dependent on vasanas dissolving. It doesn't need anything. But it tends to be what we do when the mind starts to go inward. There is an evolutionary process of mind that it's outward first in the world and then it starts to go in. Okay? When it starts to go in, just the experience that's being had by the eye is to dissolve the conditioning. It's got nothing to do with self-realization, actually.
Because it's always there. No, but I mean, isn't liberation for the mind and not for consciousness? So I mean, so in that sense, the mind is the
yes.
thing. But I mean, did you go through a process where the mind's sense of feeling conditioned?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dissolved?
Years of therapy and all that stuff.
Yeah. So everybody seems to go through some sort of therapy.
Well, Ramana didn't, huh?
Yeah, but he sat, you know.
That was post. That was integration time.
Post,
Yeah.
But what is getting integrated?
That's the thing. What's getting in? There's a physiological realignment, which for some is abrupt and for some is unnoticed.
So this physiological realignment is the sense of a limited self completely dissolving? When you say physiological realignment, is that the sense? I think it's the neurological pathways. I think it's literally a... Okay. There was a CAT scan before and after. And the outcome of that is there's no sense of limited self. There's no sense of an I. That's right. That's right. That's right. But the sitting was because there was still a sense of a limited I? Oh, I don't think so. Okay, so it was just spontaneous sitting for a moment. He didn't know how long he was. He has no memory of a lot of it. Yeah. Okay. So nothing was happening. There was just, it's called samadhi, but for sure something's trying to line up physiologically, just to shut down the whole thing and let's do the other thing. You know how bodies work. Yeah. You know? So, back to you. Now, you know, again, when we talk about a moment of full awakening, with Buddha, there's all this dramatic, he touched the ground and sat under the tree, and finally golden flower showers of... Is there a sense of completion, or is it just like a gradual, well, the sun is coming up, and then there's no sense of completion, but then there's no sense of incompleteness? Or is it, I mean, I'm trying to maybe categorize it. It's impossible to see where you are post self-realization because there's no you. Yeah. So it's impossible to gauge how is this perceived by when mind, it's like, whoa, it's like it doesn't work. Do you know? The faculty doesn't work. It's a different dimension, exactly. So it's not possible to see where you are, to see, it's even impossible to know, is this self-realization? But somehow, I don't know, that view is held by some that it's called self-realization, but it's impossible. It's self-realization? Sure, we're all what we always were. What? So what if the ownership idea is running through and people believe they're separate? You know, it's just an appearance. Consciousness is doing that too. So the futility of the spiritual path becomes... But there's no ownership idea left in you, for example. There's no me. So... Yeah, so there's no possibility of ownership. It doesn't... It's not mine. If ownership passes through, there's not anything to be seen. Mind isn't very busy. Mind doesn't kind of notice what passes through. So there's no idea that's stuck. So it never happens that the thought is mine. Yeah. So I guess that's no ownership. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not like, one particular set of thoughts don't happen. It's just like thoughts just don't register, don't stick, don't seem to have any resonance. They're just all passing through the whole show all the time. But it's all just an appearance, so it's fluidly doing its own thing. I'm not bothered much with it. Now, underneath that, is there a sense of bliss that I mean, do you feel that you are suffused with bliss, and on top of this bliss you have thought movements, or is it just an empty, open space where bliss can appear or angst can appear? Or is because I mean, all the scriptures point to the peace that passes.
Yes.
So is peace the underlying?
Yes.
Yes. It is.
Fulfilled, content,
fulfilled,
desireless.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not there. Take away nothing.
Yeah.
And that's
so
the solid, unchanging background.
Okay, and movements are in this. It's not just an open void, but it's more of a suffusion of peace.
Gosh. I don't think about this much, do I?
Or contentment.
There isn't that feeling of a personal I experiencing it. So there isn't no sense of I'm always at peace. That's a bizarre sentence. I don't even know where to put that in my head. But there is only, the only thing that's real is totally at peace, and I'm that.
Yeah.
It's more like that.
Yeah. Because the fragrance of that is wherever you walk, that fragrance walks everywhere. So it must be there.
And it's there with everybody. It's just that there's thoughts on top of it, believed to be so.
Yeah.
Maybe there's thoughts on top of this, but there's nothing that's concerned about it.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if there's thoughts there.
Right.
I can't seem to see if there's thoughts there.
Yeah.
Do you know? Because there's nothing that there doesn't. I kind of have to invent two. Do you know? Like when somebody talks to me, it's like right now is their thoughts. Yeah, I can say, there's thoughts, but they're like, woo, woo, you know? Do you know what I mean? Because they're coming out through dialogue.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I don't know if they're there or not, because there's kind of nothing happening.
Mm-hmm.
And there isn't any interest in what is happening, it's just an appearance.
When one sits in Ramnashram silently, is there any is there complete non-duality, or is there experience of bliss and peace?
It's
when the body sits there.
Yes.
What is the experience?
It's different for different folks.
Yeah.
This body gets pulled there. Another layer on top of that, I don't know.
But see, like in deep sleep, I'm not even aware.
Yes.
So is sitting at a Ramnashram like that, or is it here? When I'm meditating, I'm aware of bliss and peace.
Yes. Okay.
But there's still some duality there.
Yes.
But there's still a fragrance of mind.
Yes.
So here is it like there's not.
If there was no, I'm going to just pick up what you said. Yeah. If there was no preference for bliss or peace, would you meditate?
Probably not.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if everything is the same, whether it's anger or whether it's bliss and peace, it's all the same.
Yeah.
So why would there be a desire to create a scenario for one over the other? All that I know for this form is that there is something, if there's a place I can call home, it's Tuvanamala. I don't know why that is. They're just the words that come out, but I actually don't know what it means. I don't even know what that sentence means.
Yeah.
But that sentence comes out.
Yeah.